Cletus and Bubba decided they was going to go get them one of them real fancy meals down at one of them fancy restaurants downtown where all the city folk go. So they put their best bib coveralls on and went on down there and went up to the maitre d' and said, "We'd like a table for 2, please." Well, he put his nose so high up in the air, but he had to let him in. And so they sat him down at this table, and all the peoples was looking like, what in the world are these country boy rednecks doing in our restaurant? Well, Cletus and Bubba, they didn't care. They was sitting at that fancy table. They had a fancy tablecloth on it, nothing like that patterned red and white square thing that they have down at the barbecue shack. They ordered up their meal and was having a good time. Well, this old lady, she was quite snooty right behind them, was telling all of her friends how wrong it was for these country rednecks to be inside their restaurant. And she was in the middle of her complaint when a piece of chicken got stuck in her throat. And she started a choking. She's choking up real bad, and she's turning blue. And everybody's worrying, they're running around, the waiters that got their hands in the air, they don't know what to do. Well, old Cletus, he looks at Bubba and he says, "Well, should I help her?" And Bubba says, "I expect so." So Cletus got up and he went right behind that old lady and he tapped her on the shoulder. He said, "Hey lady, you want me to help you?" And she shook her head yes, and she's turning blue and choking up. And he says, "All right lady, I want you to turn around." And she turned around and he stood behind her, and then he got down and lifted her dress right on up and licked her square on the backside. Well, this startled her, and she started a sputtering and a spewing, and pretty soon that piece of chicken come flying out, landed in the feller's water glass next table over. Well, old Cletus was getting back up. He walked on back to Bubba and he says, "I tell you, Bubba, that hiney lick maneuver works every time."